Replacing your rollers is an important step in preserving the quality and function of your reformer and helps ensure a smooth carriage ride. This video will provide a visual guide of the installation process, but we recommend that you consult the manual sent with your rollers for more detailed instructions, information, and parts identification. We advise you to review the equipment and maintenance schedule in your owner's manual for a daily, weekly, and monthly checklist that will keep your equipment in tip-top shape. If you discover any missing parts or need further assistance along the way, call 416-482-4050, extension 264, or email us at customercare@merrithew.com. Before we begin, remove all parts from their package and place them in a cleared area in front of you. Remember that this is a two-person job, and to avoid possible injury, we recommend that you have someone with you to assist in the assembly. You will also need a ratchet tool and a 1/2-inch socket attachment. Okay, let's get started. If your reformer has a vertical frame, you'll need to remove it. To do this, remove all springs from the vertical frame, including the roll-down bar and safety chain, and loosen the hex bolts at the base of the vertical frame. Now, lift the vertical frame out of the receptacles. If you're having difficulty removing the vertical frame, use a rubber mallet to tap the underside of the outer elbows to release it. Place the frame out of the way until it is time to reinstall it. Next, we'll remove the carriage. Start by removing the ropes from the pulleys and fully retract them. Then remove each pulley post. If your reformer has removable shoulder rests, take them out as well. If you have an SPX rack and roll client model reformer or at-home SPX model reformer, you'll need to remove the stopper plates at the end of the rails with a screwdriver. Now detach the springs from the gear bar, holding the spring with one hand and the gear bar with the other hand. Carefully slide the carriage out of the aluminum rails, keeping it level until it's completely free from the rails. Turn the carriage completely upside down, ensuring the floating rollers are on the top side and do not fall out, and place it on the ground or a raised table. If necessary, use a blanket or other soft covering to protect the vinyl of the carriage. To replace the floating rollers, simply slide them out of the bronze bushings and carefully insert the new ones. To replace the fixed rollers, use a ratchet tool and a 1/2-inch socket attachment. Loosen the nuts and remove the rollers. If the rollers are not easily removed, tap the bearing with a rubber mallet and a flathead screwdriver. Once removed, attach the new fixed rollers. Remember never to use oil lubricants on your rollers, as they may cause damage. With the new rollers in place, you can replace the carriage on the reformer. First, remove the carriage stopper and wipe the inside of the aluminum rails to remove any dust or dirt. Spray onto the cloth first, and not directly onto the surfaces, rollers, or aluminum rails. Then insert the carriage stopper in one of the 6 positions. Flip the carriage over, ensuring the floating rollers are on the top side and do not fall out. Using 2 people, carefully guide the front rollers, these are the ones closest to the springs, into the C-channels of the rails, adjusting the floating rollers as necessary. Angle the carriage slightly so the spring holder does not come in contact with the frame. Slide the carriage forward slowly as the rollers are delicate. Support the carriage completely and guide the back rollers in the C channels. Then slide the carriage into place against the carriage stopper. Engage springs into the gear bar, ensuring that the ball ends are set into the indentations. If you have an SPX rack and roll client model reformer or at-home SPX model reformer, you'll need to reattach the stopper plates at the end of the rails with a screwdriver. Reinstall the shoulder rests, insert the pulley posts and reconnect the ropes. For older models, ensure that the eye hooks on top of the pulley bars run parallel to the aluminum rails to allow the pulleys to move easily. If your reformer has a vertical frame, you can replace it now. Lift the vertical frame and slide it into the square receptacles. Position the traveling pulley system so it is facing the carriage, and tighten all 4 bolts. Reattach all springs, the roll-down bar, and the safety chain. Adjust and secure your ropes, and then you're good to go. Please be sure to review your owner's manual for use and safety instructions. For further information or assembly support, please contact our customer service team or visit our customer care area at merrithew.com.